How to solve the MNK on console problem? Wait, what? What did I just click on? What did I just click on? Hellfire, thank you for the tier 1.
Whoopsie daisy. I spilled a little water on myself. One might even say that I'm a little wet right now. But you know who doesn't get wet? MNK players don't get wet. It's quite the transition. I apologize for doing that to you. Anyway, when I say Zim players, I mean Zim players like this guy, who I'm assuming is Zim because his name is literally Zim. And okay, he killed me. Let's see if he's Zim. Right now, it looks like, yeah, I think he's Zim. So correct me if I'm wrong, but it's from my personal understanding that Ubisoft is having a little bit of trouble banning Zim players. And the issue isn't exactly that they can't ban them, but it's more so that they can't really detect or prove that people are on Zim. And of course, it doesn't exactly help that Microsoft and Sony actually support MNK on their platform. So it seemed that—
No, they don't! Wait, Chad, do they? XP, thank you for the prime. Do they?
in recent years and whatnot, we've sort of come in at a stalemate as to what to do about this MNK situation. Is it ever going to be possible to ban MNK? Is this going to be a problem forever?
Yes.
That is an enemy. Oh my goodness, what an animal. Just imagine for a second if Ubisoft was actually able to ban MNK on console. I've come to the conclusion that either one of two things is going to happen. Either A, it's essentially going to be the apocalypse of Siege, and there's going to be countless MNK players that just simply quit the game. Or option B, which I would say is probably more likely to happen, is that a bunch of MNK players switch back to controller, and then they realize that, well...
Okay, so what's the solution? Because you're saying there's a solution to it. What's the solution?
They suck, because after months and even years for some people of playing MNK, they've gotten so used to being superior with their gun skill that the only reason a lot of these players are hitting high ranks is because they just overpower others with their gun skill. For example, take a player like Zim here. I'm just assuming he's on Zim because his name is Zim.
I kind of like this guy.
That means they're cheating. But in the past 2 rounds, Mr. Zim has gone Ash, and he's rushed into sight. So far, he's gotten 4 kills. Now, my question to you is, would he still have those 4 kills if he was controller?
Nope.
Because this player is rushing with Ash every single round. You know, he's not exactly using the most strategic playstyle in the world. Oh my. That didn't kill him? One might even say he's playing a little bit brainless at the moment. Almost as if he has a significant advantage in every single gunfight he gets into.
Where's the solution?
And that's why he has so many kills right now.
Where's the solution?
With all this being said, my primary point is that if you give Mr. Zim a controller, not only is he going to have less kills, and is he going to win less, but he's also going to have terrible game sense. Not only is he not going to have the gun skill to compete with other controller players, but he's not going to have the game sense to make up for that lack of gun.
Is bro gaming on the couch right now? Chad, where do you guys game at? I personally game in my 1854 antique chair. This is an interesting video, very thought-provoking.
His positioning is likely to be terrible because he's so used to just swinging other players.
Officer, thank you for the tier 1. Jacob, thank you for the tier 1.
He's just going to be a lost cause. But again, with all that being said, coming from a controller perspective, that would be hilarious to watch. I wonder what would happen to controller players. Do you think our ranks would all kind of go up a little bit? Or would we stay where we are and there would just be less champions out there? I would say it'd probably be a little bit of both. Fortunately though, this is all sort of speculation because Ubisoft hasn't exactly banned MNK players.
If MNK got banned, every controller player's KD would go up, every controller player's rank would go up, every controller player's win percentage would go up. It would all increase because your stats have been drilled by Zims every single day in, day out, day in, day out. So now if that got fixed, everybody's stats would go up. That isn't even a question.
Yet, and they do seem to be having a little bit of trouble doing so, so I'm gonna propose some solutions. Now, of course, with all of this, correct me if I'm wrong, because I'm sure a lot of you out there are smarter than me, and you know more about this stuff, so just let me know your thoughts and everything. A lot of MNK players, and I mean the vast majority of them, I will witness them at some point during
$5 your way.
Really?
Nuggets, fries, drink bars just been raised.
during the game.
Do not eat Burger King, it'll destroy your heart.
Spam teabag me. It'll go something like this, where it's match point, 4-4, and I'm in the 1v1 against the enemy.
Is bro in a ranked match right now? He's just standing still talking. I mean, W content creator, but holy shit.
Team. And maybe I'm standing right here and I'm aiming at this guy and oh, suddenly he peeks around the corner and my aim just goes like over there and then he kills me. And then I have to watch the kill cam of myself dying in front of my whole team. Now, not only do I have to watch myself getting slammed by an enemy MNK player, but I also
you're in a ranked game!
ruthlessly. See, it'll go something like this. Except it'll be way cooler looking, and the teabag will be way faster because the guy will be on MNK. That was a terrible example, actually. I'm sorry. But that kill cam does show one very important thing that sort of wraps all of what I'm saying together. Can you guess what it is? You don't have to, because I'm gonna tell you. I'm sorry. I've heard from numerous different players that I played with that there is actually a delay on your controller, and it limits how fast that you can crouch spam. However, with MNK, there's no delay at all.
Well, with MNK, there's different delays. So there's input delay when you're using your mouse, but no, you can like crouch way faster with MNK. I'm rewinding, and I'm just gonna close your eyes and tell me what this sounds like.
It limits how fast that you can crouch spam. However, with MNK, there's no delay at all. So that was me crouching as fast as I possibly could.
We might wrap it up right now.
Wasn't that fast. But if I had MNK, I'm sure I could crouch way faster than that. If I had MNK, I could probably crouch at speeds at which no controller player would be able to legitimately crouch spam. What if Ubisoft implemented into their game some sort of tracking software that would measure...
Here's the thing, Smoothie, I like you, man. You seem like a good guy. Here's the one crucial piece of information you are missing right now. You think Ubisoft cares. What you gotta understand, dude, Smoothie, is that Ubisoft does not give a flying fadoodle cake, okay? This is the extent of Ubisoft's care about console. Is the shop working? Can players buy credits? That's it. That's literally it. Everything else... server booting, elo trapping, MNK, Cronus, Strike Pack, you name it, they don't care. So that's your biggest mistake, is thinking that they care.
How fast people are crouch spamming. And this device would essentially track how fast people are crouching, and...
You might want to get on MNK. Yo, Trex, thank you for the sub. Oh my god, he's locked. Wait a minute, he's locked. 1v3?
Okay, well... That was just, you're disgusting. Who C4's a barricade? You could have just broken it and jumped out. It would have been way faster. Anyway, I apologize for getting off track. I'm currently getting messages from my teammates. I'm not really trying right now, okay? Like, come on. What if Ubisoft could implement into their gameplay some sort of tracking device that would measure how fast players are crouching? And if you're crouching at a speed at which...
Zims just wouldn't crouch fast then, if they figured that out. Again, Ubisoft doesn't care.
No controller player would pretty much crouch. It's essentially impossible for a controller player to crouch at that speed. You would either get flagged or you would get outright banned, depending on how fast this is happening and how much, evidence we have that you're cheating. Because maybe it is possible that about 1% of controller players can crouch at a speed just unknown to humans. Again, let me know if my ideas suck, or if they can be better, or if maybe they don't make sense at all. Maybe we could improve on them, and maybe we could even develop a system
I haven't heard it. I haven't heard that crouch thing before. But there's a few problems. Like I said, Ubisoft doesn't care. Second problem is this: can't strike packs crouch that fast, and Cronus's, and they can be controller too, right?
Although that would probably...
Am I right or am I wrong?
With this whole system, there's sort of one last question that we have to address, and that is, well, what if the MNK players just don't crouch spam? Because I know somebody is going to be asking that, and it's not a bad question. I was asking it to myself. But I would say in the best scenario, Ubisoft would implement this system behind the scenes and not tell anybody. And that way, MNK players would just keep crouch spamming, and then they could flag everybody, announce that their system was in place, and then ban everyone accordingly. Wait, I think I'm getting a phone call. I don't get phone calls.
Ow!
Not gonna answer it, though. What? I don't know what he just said. So what do you want me to press? He just hung up. Okay, well, I don't know. Again, I just want to reiterate, this wouldn't be a perfect solution, necessarily. In fact, it most likely wouldn't be a perfect solution. It probably would miss a few MNK players, most likely the terrible ones who can't crouch that fast. However, I do think it would be a great start to the whole process. Maybe even another good start would be just banning those players who stream themselves on MNK. I mean, it's video evidence that they're cheating, so we could just ban them. And
you think Ubisoft would do that?
That might be a good start. Now, I do have a second idea, however, and this one also revolves around the differences between controller and MNK, because I feel like there's a few key differences in the playstyle and the movement of MNK players versus controller players that if we fine-tune them and sort of look into them closely, we would be able to find some key differences that if we could detect them, it would be very helpful in banning MNK players. So one of the most obvious differences that I've spotted between controller players and MNK players is their movement, specifically their ADS movement. So a lot of controller players, when they're strafing around a... Never mind. As I was trying to say a second ago, say I'm trying to strafe around this corner, for example, as a controller player. It would probably look something like this. Like, just absolutely terrible. At least mine would, I'm just saying. However, if you've got a Zim player to strafe around a corner, then they're gonna be, well, they're gonna be looking like this. Again, that was a terrible example, but you understand my point. I mean, even when the Zim player is walking around the map, they're just gonna be...
So what's your point? What's your point? What are we working
That's
at
what
here?
they look like. So if Ubisoft could put in some sort of tracker, again, I don't know how computers work and whatnot, but if there's some way we could develop a tracker that would see how much people are jittering in-game, I feel like that would be a great way to detect MNK players and potentially get them banned. Again, there are some controller players.
What if you're like a 100 sensitivity controller player and you're nasty and then you just get permabanned and then you quit gaming and then apply for a job at McDonald's and then you're depressed?
Who try and act like Bolo and they try and be jittery and look really cool. But to be honest, they're just not good at it. Like, I've never seen them be able to jitter more than an MNK player is able to. MNK players can't even help it that they jitter. It's just because they're cheating and it's just a side effect of their cheating. It's like if you do cocaine and end up dying because you did cocaine. That death is a side effect of you doing cocaine. Even if we just banned half of all MNK players, I feel like that would still be a pretty big win.
Thank you for the 5 gifted.
Millions find a...
All right, Chad. Pretty good video, man. Shout out to Smoothie, bro. I'll definitely watch more of his videos some other time, man. Really good, really good, really good, thought-provoking video. On to video number 2. Should we watch this? 1 month keyboard and mouse progression, tips and tricks. Tips and tricks. MNK 60 FPS. Why would you buy an MNK before you buy a new Xbox? God damn. Chad, what video are we watching next? Dude, oh my god, this is the most down bad video ever. How to play R6 console keyboard and mouse without an adapter. Yo, this is like actually down bad. Dude, I actually want to see this.
Hey guys, make sure you...
Ow! God! What is that intro?
Follow my socials, Instagram, Twitter, and Twitch. Hope y'all enjoy. Yo, what's up guys? It's Big Sosa Slothie Orte back at it again with another banger, and we're just immediately gonna get into it. This is how you can play R6 with keyboard and mouse on any console, Xbox, any PlayStation. Does Nintendo? I don't know if Nintendo Switch has R6, but if it does, yeah. So we'll just get started. So first you're gonna want to go to your keyboard. Oh my bad. I have to get my keyboard. I have to take all that stuff off my board.
Okay, how much money was that?
R6, but if it does, yeah. So we'll just get started. So first you're gonna want to go to your keyboard.
200?
Oh my bad. I have to get my keyboard. I have to take all that stuff off my board.
Weird flex, but okay.
Okay, so first thing you do, get your keyboard. Make sure that it's...
This isn't possible.
So we're just in a custom game right now.
What the fuck?
Make sure that hose plugged in. Alright, now this only works with keyboards that are Windows. So you cannot have like one of those Apple Magic keyboards.
Is he actually gonna do this shit?
With one of those. Primarily, you would want to do it with one that is a 60%, but you can do it with one that's like whatever, TKL, whatever. It's just preferable to not have the function keys. Okay, so make sure that's plugged in. My mouse is already plugged in, it's wireless. So you're gonna want to do Control Shift, and then this is gonna be quick. you're going to want to press this, and then immediately after, not at the same time, but immediately after, you're going to press 1. And then, if you do it right, there should be no menu up here, right? And so then after that, you're going to want to go over to your controller. Bro, where's my controller? I bet. Again, we're going to go in settings. Or options, my bad. Go to controls.
This is impossible.
And make sure...
What is that sense?
All of these are at the bottom. And then all of these are at the top.
11 vertical?
Bro, why is this taking so long?
Updated
It would be
rotation.
at the top, but this is a different account than my main, so then I could show you this.
Is bro using the Jynxzi sense?
Alright, apply changes. And then after that, see? Like I'm not pressing my controller. Do you see how I'm moving back?
Stick drift. Stick drift.
I bet. And so then
Dude,
you're gonna
if this kid says I'm gonna one more time, I'm gonna fucking lose it. He said it 3 times.
want to go
He goes
on your mouse, and you literally don't do anything except you move it to the right a tiny bit. That's
What?
As I'm moving it, like I literally have one hand on my camera. I'm moving.
How is this beneficial to anybody?
So now, after that, this is the last step. It's really easy. You're gonna want to press escape. 1, 2, and then...
Okay. What is on your fingernail? Did somebody take a shit on it? What is that?
It's really easy.
Also, by the way, this guy's saying he's pressing random combinations on his keyboard. Then he has his little brother in the background moving the controller around. You cannot use an MNK on console without an adapter. This guy's a fucking con artist. He has 110,000 views, dude.
You're gonna want to press escape.
What is
1,
on his nail? What happened?
2, and then it's hard to do with the camera in my hand.
Yeah, your
So
brother's
let me put it
moving
down
the
real quick.
controller. I get it. I get the game. What
So
the?
what I did was after then I pressed function, and
No, he just cut out the camera and plugged in his adapter. On God, he did. Look at this. Look at this cut. Look at this cut right here.
to do with the camera in my hand. So let me put it down real quick.
What?
What I did
Now
was
the
after
adapter's
then I
in. The
pressed
adapter's
function.
in now.
And oh yeah, follow my Instagram, guys. By the way, we're almost at 2.5k.
Can't even read the name.
2.25k. Okay, the last thing that you're gonna
Okay,
need,
bro got the
I really
dogs
hope y'all
up.
didn't see my crusty feet.
Why does he
There's
have
a pair of
scissors?
Then
Why
you
does he
just
have
wanna
scissors?
Bring your monitor over here and just repeatedly.
What's going on? What's happening?
And guys, after that, we're gonna go set it back up, right? Again, what I did was press caps lock A in function. And so you're gonna see your guy.
Did that work?
Instead of like moving a little bit, he's just looking to the right. And so, watch. See? Moving the mouse with it. And it's working. And, but that's only working for me. But you guys are probably gonna realize that it didn't work for you. That's because if you clicked on this video to actually do it, you're probably morbidly obese and smell like the inside of a tent
Really?
of a homeless man in Las Vegas. And so yeah, hope y'all enjoyed. If you play keyboard and mouse, definitely should uninstall, maybe uninstall your life as well.
Oh, really? Really? Alright, well, okay. The ending